Hi everyone. I'm in Scottsville, Kentucky today, and I'm with my dear sweet friend Gail Reeder. And today we're actually going to be doing a few things today.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to try to do this in a couple of videos. First, I think that we should share a few of your little tricks. Gail's got a lot of little tricks up her sleeve. Are you going to share them with us today?
I sure will.
Okay.
We're going to talk about how to fold coverlets so that you look like you have more in the stack.
That's good. That's always a good thing.
And we're going to talk about how to just put some fabric over a bolster pillow to make it look like, a bolster, and really it's just pinned in the back. And if you need a throw pillow, take some fabric, pin it in the back. Nobody ever knows.
That's perfect too if you don't sew.
Exactly.
Because so many people don't even own a sewing machine. So
I know.
that's perfect.
I know.
Yeah. And we may even come up with some more tricks as we walk through this beautiful house. We'll see.
We might do that.
We'll see. And then also what I'm going to do after we do all that, our candles too. We're going to share. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be making some Grubby candles, the flicker candles.
Right.
Gail's going to show us her little trick for her little concoction to make those Grubby candles. And then the following week, after I put this on, the next, I would say, I guess like you're a part two, I'll be doing just what I normally do. I want to go through this house with some music and just show this beautiful place.
Show that I've rearranged some things.
Well, you have. I know. That's why I was excited to come.
Yeah.
You have changed. You've changed a little, well, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Since I was up here last. Yeah. So it'll be a treat for you guys because I know most of you know Gail. You've probably followed her you're on Instagram too, right? Instagram and Facebook. And I'll link both of those links in my description box.
And Pinterest.
Oh, your Pinterest. Okay. And also, do you still have your books for sale? Okay.
Yes. Yes, they're available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Walmart websites. The Four Seasons of My Primitive Life. And if you haven't bought one, consider buying one.
Yeah, I have it. It's a great book. It tells a lot about your life and yeah. And
decorating tips.
It's really a good book. Yeah. So again, I'll link that as well, where you can find that. And we have sounds like we've got a busy afternoon.
We do.
We better get busy.
We got to get busy.
Get busy. Thank you all for joining me today, and thank you for your sweet comments. And if you're liking my videos, I'd appreciate if you would like and subscribe. And I'm just going to get busy.
Thank you,
let's
Bridget.
go make some candles.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. And Gail, you've been making the neatest Grubby flicker candles, I call them. And I know everybody keeps asking you, how do you make these? We want to know the little inside scoop on. I've actually tried to make these, but mine didn't do so good. It seemed like the stuff chipped off.
Okay.
So show us what you do.
Okay, we're going to start with our mixture, our Grubby mixture.
Okay.
And I mixed 1 bottle of cinnamon. The bottle that's about this tall, it's about 2.5 ounces, I guess.
Okay.
1 bottle of cloves and 1 bottle of nutmeg.
I smell it. It smells so good.
And then instant coffee grounds. And I just had a jar that I got at the dollar market, and it was about 3/4 full. So
I think I buy that same one to do my
yeah,
with.
and just dumped it in there. Mix
Okay.
it all up good.
And I'll link all that down in my description box so you can see what the little recipe is.
And then I'm using Mod Podge, and I got the matte finish.
Yeah,
I don't know
always
if
get
that
the matte.
makes any difference or not. And what I like to do is pour some out on a paper plate or something so you don't contaminate the entire bottle.
I could say that could probably get a little funky.
Yeah, it would get all down in there.
Okay.
Okay, so the first thing you do, and actually I may be going to need a smaller brush, but
You just use a spongy brush too, right? Okay.
and you can actually wash. This is water-based glue, so you can
Yeah.
wash it out.
I guess Mod Podge is kind of just like a thick glue.
It is. It's just a liquid glue.
Yeah.
Now I don't tape off the flicker thing. Some people might.
Okay.
I just try to be, extra careful around it.
Not to get any glue down in the little thing where it flickers.
Right.
Okay. Because guys, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you know that if you try to buy these in stores where they've already been grunged, or they're very expensive. So this is definitely a cheaper way to do this.
I'm all about doing anything the cheapest way. How about you?
Oh, absolutely. Now you've got these off of Amazon. Now these particular ones here is one that I had, and I got it from, I don't know if any of you guys have ordered anything, but I got it from Temu. because I was kind of curious to see, you know, what it was like, because I've heard mixed reviews. And actually, I mean, these do just like the ones that I bought around here. But I think you got the taper over there from Amazon.
I did.
But I'll leave some links to these candles. Now, the last ones you did, you said were a dark
They were like a burgundy color when I started. So this is kind of, we don't know how this is going to turn out with the white one. I have seen videos on YouTube where people painted them first.
Okay.
You know, brown or a darker color. Okay. So this is the experimental run
Okay,
here.
we're trying this. And
Yeah,
we'll
we're going to see.
We'll see what it does.
We're going to see. Okay,
Yeah.
I've got a pretty good, and it's kind of, you know, messy, but who cares?
That's okay.
So I just put it in there and just
Okay.
get it, and I just take and, you know, just get it coated good.
Just coat it good.
Tap it
Yeah.
on there.
And I kind of like the coffee grounds in there too, because it kind of
Gives it a little depth.
More, yeah,
It
a little more
does.
textured look.
Yeah. Just get it on there really good.
And you're just kind of patting it on there too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may have rubbed off some of my glue right there when I was holding it. I may need to put a little bit more right there.
That's the good thing about this. You really can't mess it up.
You
I mean,
can't.
with you, 'cause,
Really.
yeah.
Okay. Then I just take and, you know, put a little in there and rub it around. Try not to get it down in there.
Down in where the flicker thing is. Yeah.
I mean, just, there's really no right or wrong way. It's just trial and error.
They're so pretty when you finish, though.
I know. I do love them. I'm going to have to put just a little more glue right there. When you handle it, it's kind of hard to...
I remember that one where my fingers went. It seemed like it wanted to pull the stuff off.
But just dab a little more
That's
on
true.
there. Yeah. Just get it covered good.
Okay.
A little bit.
And I would imagine that jar of cinnamon and that goes a long way.
It does,
Quite a
and
bit.
it'll last for forever. I've had this mixed up for months.
So you can cover a lot of candles with that.
And I just go back and pull it out again if I want to make another one. I think I've got it all covered pretty good. Seems like there's a few places that just don't want to stick real good.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So you got a few little spots that's not wanting to stick.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna call that good.
Okay.
And then your hands are a mess. But you know, you can
I'm
just
used to
wash
that.
that off. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is water soluble, so you
Yeah.
can just wash it off.
Okay.
Now what we're gonna do is leave that sitting for a couple of hours and let
Okay.
that first coat dry. And then we're gonna come back and put the final coat on there. Just kind of tap it off.
Okay. Well, we'll let this set and dry for a couple hours, and we'll come back and add our last coat.
We'll be back.
All right, we're back, and now I think you think this dried.
I think it's
Looks
dry
like it's
enough.
pretty dry. Yeah. So now we're gonna let Gail show us this final step.
I usually just kind of shake off anything that's left loose.
Yeah.
And what I found was that it's better to dab the glue on there than to try to...
I think that's where I messed up last time. I tried to rub it. It didn't do so good.
Yeah, I think you have better luck just dabbing it.
And it all dries clear, right?
It does.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it's going to look like anything.
Yeah.
But it does dry clear. So,
Okay.
yeah. And then once I get it dabbed really good, I kind of rub down it and smooth it out. But
Yeah.
it's kind of like frosting a cake. You just want to get that crumb layer done, you know?
Yeah. And then just
Like
kind
that,
of
yeah.
easily, I guess, go
Yeah.
over it. Yeah.
So,
And what's pretty about these is when you turn them on and it lights up, that really shows up that color up. I mean,
does.
It kind of illuminates it.
It
looks
does.
so pretty.
and
Yeah.
it's going to be, I don't know what color this is going to turn out, having it,
With
the lighter,
yeah.
you know. But we'll see.
Yeah.
It's always fun to try something
Yeah.
new. And I just had the red candle or burgundy on hand.
I bet the
That's
burgundy
why.
really. Now, is that the one you had here in your? Oh, is that the one?
No,
Okay.
no, that was one I bought at Darlene's, I
Okay.
think. But I can show you one.
Okay. Yeah.
that
Well,
I
I'll get you
did.
to show us what yours ended up looking like, because this one won't be dry. But I'll try to give you guys a look at it after it gets dry.
Yeah, I would let it dry overnight,
Yeah.
and then you can video what it looks like.
Yeah.
Complete. But
Well,
it's
this
a
is a
look.
pretty cheap project. All you need is your Mod Podge, your spices.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the spices make so many.
And you can get those at the dollar store or at the Dollar Tree, usually.
The
Spices.
yeah, and
And-
you know that I've even seen the Mod Podge at the Dollar Tree. Not a container that big, but just like your
Really?
regular paint size. You know,
Really?
like the little acrylic paint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to try to.
It is a messy thing.
Yeah,
Just,
and
yeah.
it's okay to get on your fingers because, like I
Oh,
said, it's water soluble and
just washes right
it'll
off.
wash right
Yeah.
off. But
Shoot, I'm like you. I'm all about trying to figure out a way to
I just
get the
love.
look and without spending a fortune.
Right, I'm gonna pour out just
Yeah.
a little bit more to do that.
Yeah.
I know, and you feel accomplished when you do
I
something
do.
yourself.
I love to make something
I do
myself.
too. And it gives you something to do.
It does, especially on these cold winter days where
Yeah.
it's so dreary outside.
Yeah. I was telling you about putting fabric on lampshades. That's something else that we'll have to do one of these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Well,
Because that's another thing. Those lampshades, if you buy them with the primitive fabrics, the checks, and they can get pretty expensive too.
I know.
So an easy way to do it is to buy lampshades at Goodwill, or and then just cover them yourself. So maybe that's something we'll try to do a video of later on.
I've just about got it
You
all.
just about got it.
All dabbed.
Yeah, I do think that's what I did wrong the last time. I didn't dab it. I was actually rubbing too much.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to smooth that out around there just a little bit. It really doesn't matter because it dries clear.
Yeah.
And, you know, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't have to be perfect by any
No.
means.
It just kind of makes it look a little older, but not
Okay.
perfect.
I think
Okay,
I've
we'll
got it
just
all.
let it dry, and then I'll give you all a finish.
Now, when that, it looks yucky right now, but when it dries, it'll be clear.
Oh, I think it's going to look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's what it looks like
That
when
looks
it's
so
finished.
good. Yeah.
Yep. Like I said, now this one was a dark red or burgundy to
start
start
with?
with. So
you
I'm
know,
anxious to see how this white turns out.
That looks just like the ones you co-pay
I
a
know.
fortune for.
And you know,
Wow, I'm impressed.
once they season, you know, they're not tacky or
No,
you know anything.
And see what I like about that too. You know, I've seen some people that have done them, but they don't put this finished coat. It's real powdery, and every time you touch it, it just
Yeah.
gets all over you. And
Right.
I like that this is.
This seals it.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, that
I
looks
mean,
awesome. Now I'm gonna
that's
cross
it.
my fingers that I know it will. You
It
did
will.
good. It'll
It
turn
will.
out pretty too.
It'll
Yeah.
be just fine once it
Yeah.
dries.
Well, thank you for sharing that with me.
You're welcome.
I bet you a lot of y'all get that idea and try
Good
it.
luck. Get you
Yes.
some Mod Podge and some spices and go to work on
That's
this.
right. That's right.
Okay.
All righty. All right, we're here in Gail's guest bedroom, and you can see I've got all these beautiful coverlets behind me. But you have got a little trick right here. Yes, there. It looks like when I'm looking at this, I'm like, where did Gail get all those coverlets? It looks like you've got like 15 or 16 coverlets in here.
Right.
So tell me, how many do you really have?
Really,
in here?
there's just 8 there.
Just 8.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so it's the way you folded them.
It's the way I fold them. There's a little
Okay.
trick to that.
Okay, well, let's see your trick.
Okay.
We got one right here we can use.
We can't.
You got coverlets everywhere.
I know. I posted the other day on a site that if I have one weakness, it's coverlets, and that's
But
it.
I love
So
them too. They're
I
so
do.
beautiful.
Oh, I love them.
them.
The stories they could tell.
Yes.
You can,
Okay.
well, most people just want to roll it and fold it like
Oh, I'm
this.
guilty of that. That's what I do.
And
Okay.
stick it in the cupboard, and
Right.
then you've just got,
Yeah.
you know, one fold.
Yeah.
But let me show you how you make it look like you got many, many more.
Yeah. I love this one. The colors in this are so pretty.
You fold it like an accordion.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Fold over.
Okay.
Grab it right here.
Okay.
make another fold. I'm going to pick that up.
Okay.
Okay. And then you can even make another fold if you want to.
Wow. Now.
Then when you put that in a cupboard, look, it looks like
we've
you've got
three.
3 coverlets.
Yeah. And that's
Okay.
awesome. Yeah. That's
How
going
about
to come
that?
in. I'm going to go home and refold my coverlets when I get home. Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, a lot of little tricks there.
Okay.
We can show the pillow there too.
Okay, this one or the bolster?
Either
This
one.
Okay. Oh,
Either
look
one.
at you in that little trick.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yep. You know, I always need. I can't get that
That's
back,
okay.
so that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm always needing a little throw pillow for something.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get the bed made and I'll think, I wish I had a little red pillow or a navy pillow
Right.
or something to
Yeah.
put there to finish it up. Well, you can't go out and buy new pillows constantly. I
Exactly.
can't.
Yeah. Me neither.
So I just use fabric and just pin it on the back. And
this looks like actually one of those little tables.
It's a
Not
table
square,
runner.
but a table runner.
yeah, look, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna, I'll take it apart here.
And you've
so
just
you
got
can-
straight pins.
straight pins, yeah.
I mean, just your regular little straight pins with the little round head on the top.
So I just
Okay.
laid a pillow that I had. I think it's a family heirloom weaver's pillow.
Okay.
And I just pulled it over and pinned it here and here and here. And
Almost
pulled
like
it
wrapping
up
a
and-
present.
It is like
Yes.
wrapping a present.
Uh-huh.
And then I just pulled it back up here. And
That is the best
Yeah.
idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just pin
Because
it.
I hate having to pull my sewing machine out and
Yeah.
cut fabric and do all that. And because, I mean, in a month from now, I'm probably going to want it to look different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you can change it, you know.
And you don't ruin your, if you try to use the coverlet runner, you don't ruin it.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's
There's a nice
perfect.
little throw pillow. And we can do
Well,
the
aren't
same.
you smart?
Oh.
Now, do you do this way
Yes,
too?
yes, I
You're
do.
kidding. Okay. I love this. I love this fabric too.
Just flip it over.
Okay.
Uh,
There you go.
My beds are full-size beds, and it takes about 3 yards of fabric to do one
Okay,
of
so
these.
about 3 yards long. Okay. And now, do you use the whole? Do you keep the fabric folded, or do you use like the whole width of? Say it's 45 wide.
I
you
use
put
the whole width.
The whole width. Okay.
So let's just take this part of this undone
Okay.
so we can see what we got here. So what I do first is just fold up one side.
And what this is just one of these little body pillows.
Yeah, I
like
got
you
it
get
on
at Walmart
Amazon.
or Amazon.
Yeah,
Okay.
just a body pillow.
Okay.
So I lay all this fabric out on the bed flat.
Okay.
Lay my pillow down on it, kind of get
Okay.
it centered, and then I just pull this fabric up, just pin it.
Several
all-
places.
all the way. Yeah.
Okay.
And then just fold this other
And
piece.
you can get it nice and
firm and
yes,
tight. Yeah.
uh-huh.
And just pin it.
And then here's our little. You got our pins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just pin it again. Of course, be careful and don't let your grandchildren hop
Yeah, that's
up on
true.
here
True.
and
Yeah.
wallow down in
Yeah.
it because they might get stuck, get pin stuck. But
Well, that's the
It's-
best idea. Yeah.
mine is wallowed in the middle,
Well,
middle
you know
because
what?
the cat lays on it.
I tell you what else is tough. When you buy these body pillows and you
Uh-huh.
try to make a pillow, you're trying every way in the world to get this pillow stuffed in that little.
Oh yeah,
And it's hard to
right.
get it to go. This is perfect. This is
Yeah.
a whole lot.
Yeah.
Whole lot simpler.
And you
Yeah.
can change. Then you can
Yeah, you
change
can
the
just-
fabric. You know, with
for the seasons,
the seasons
or
or
whatever.
whatever.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just perfect. That's
Yeah.
Just, And I love the long sides
I do
hanging
too.
off. I
I
think
do
it
too.
looks so pretty like that.
I like
That
the
looks
long
good.
sides hanging down.
Wow.
And then, so there you go.
Yeah. Wow, that's some good little tricks.
3
Yeah.
little tricks.
I'm going to go home and use all those. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
That's good.
All right.
That's
All right.
great. All right, Gail. Tell me what you've done right here. Because I notice you have a lot of stuff in your bowls and around your candles.
Yeah, that's what I said in the winter. You don't know what to decorate with, you know. So I just use berries and twigs in the winter
Well, to me,
until
that
time.
works. Yes.
And so
Right.
I got this at Hobby Lobby. They have a lot of berries and twigs, but what I found is it's so long, and even to put down in a crock, it's
Yeah.
And this is almost impossible to cut
Oh, I've
with
tried
a wire
to.
cutter.
Yeah.
I just bend mine usually
Me
like
too.
this if I want to put it in a crock. But what I have found that you can do as well, if you want a candle ring or something to put in a dough bowl, you can bend it around, and then I just use some florist wire there
Oh, okay.
to
To just
secure it,
Right.
and it just makes a little candle ring
oh,
for
yeah.
you.
And I love the nice little airy look that this one
I do
has.
too. I
Mhm,
like that too. And then just lay
Yeah.
it in your bowl, and
Yeah.
you could have done that with this one as well.
Oh,
Just
okay.
fold it
So
around.
the good long ones make
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
They make the good
And then
one.
see, you've got it in this bowl with this pretty candle that we're working on.
That's
So,
right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
that
that's
looks
another
really
little
good.
trick.
That's a good little trick. Okay. Okay. All right. Now I know that I always notice in your pictures, seems like you always have your little, your bar, I guess you call it, in your kitchen, and your dining room table. Is that kind of like your little area that you use for
That's
seasonal?
It is.
Yeah, your little seasonal area.
I like to do my seasonal
And I
decor
hope y'all
on
can
here.
see. She's got this sweet little heart. And did you made this,
I
right?
made that.
She made that cute little heart with
I just stitched it by hand. I didn't even get the sewing machine out
So cute.
and put a little stuffing in
Got
there.
it. And then she's got just a little bitty twig of some red, which just screams Valentine's. And you got your little red cover.
I ordered these little cinnamon hearts off of Etsy. I thought they're sweet.
Thing. She's got like this little cute little scoop, and she's got these little hearts. And I love the one red one.
There
Just
was
the one red one in there. So cute.
Yeah, when the package
Yeah.
came, I thought, I'm so glad they put a red
That's
one
so
in
cute.
there. Yep.
And then on your Crocs, I noticed, see, you've even got your little
I do.
Valentine colors for your
know.
Crocs.
Let me show you
Yeah,
a
this
trick for that. When you want to put fabric on top of a crock like this, sometimes it's hard to get it even around, and
And it's sliding with you when
it's
you're
sliding.
trying to, yeah.
So what I do is put let me get around here where you can see it. I put a rubber band around it first.
Okay.
You can see there
Yeah.
that I've got a rubber band.
Yeah.
And I get it placed like I want it with the rubber band.
Right.
And then just tie a piece of jute around there, and that
Oh,
hides
okay.
it.
Okay. And that keeps it right where you want
Right
it. Because
where
a lot
you
of
want
times
it.
it does slip and slide
It
when you're
does.
trying to
It's
tie it.
hard. It's hard
Yeah.
to get it
So
exactly
then you
like
just
you
can
want it.
just change these for the seasons.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Whatever
absolutely.
colors. In the spring, you would use something different. Yeah.
Right.
That's a cute little idea,
And I
too.
like to use
Yeah.
cheesecloth too sometimes.
I do too. I really
Yeah.
like the cheesecloth. I like that.
I do
And let's
that.
step in here to your dining room.
Okay.
All right. So here's
Okay.
another area that you always know. You always have this area decorated for the seasons. And I like what you have right now because we're kind of in between seasons.
Right, right. Right now I've just got some twigs in here for winter, and another one that I just made a circle
yeah.
out of and put it around there because it was just a long twig.
Right.
Now, probably around the 1st of March, I'll start in with some spring. I think I'll redo this. I'll probably put a lighter shade of a runner
Right.
or some homespun fabric or something.
Yeah.
And I'll put some bunny rabbits and, maybe a crock for Cynthia or something that looks a little more springy. Some lamb's ear. I love lamb's ear.
I do too.
In the
Like
spring.
that. Okay.
And yeah, well,
This is perfect though fall. You got every season it always looks pretty here because you've always got some kind of season that
well,
we
we
can
don't.
decorate this.
The only time I use the dining room is when I have company, so that way you're not having to move it.
Yes. Right.
Plus,
True.
when you come in the front door, that's the first
Yeah.
room you see,
Yeah.
so it works
Yeah,
out
it
pretty
looks
good.
pretty. I'm gonna have to make me a trip to Hobby Lobby. I like these.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I'm gonna get a shot of that. You've used some of those twigs.
See? That I just
Okay.
laid up there.
So did you make a wreath out of that one?
It
You
came
took
this
two?
way.
Oh, it came that
It
way.
came this way.
Okay. Now is that something else that you found at Hobby Lobby?
It is. I got that at Hobby
Wow.
Lobby. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
And then I just laid it around the basket there, and I thought that
so
gave a
good.
nice winter vibe.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was good. All right, Gail. I see you brought some more little Valentines in here, even in your living room.
I know. I'm not real big on decorating for Valentine's.
I'm
but
not either. I never know what to do.
I don't either, and I'm not that much of a romantic anyway. So, but anyway, especially being a widow.
Yeah.
But I ordered these on Etsy, and I just think they're precious. They're on a stick. It's out of
They're
the
so cute.
like
They look
out of
like
the
they're
yard.
little.
Yeah,
They look like they're little coverlet.
pieces.
One of them, yeah, looks like they're little coverlet pieces.
She put the little key on there. I just think they're sweet.
That's
So,
sweet. Yeah.
I just
Just
added
a little
that.
touch.
Just a little touch.
Just a little. Yeah.
Okay. I had a whole cupboard full of quilts, and I collect quilts and love them, but I just kind of got tired of the busyness of looking at all those patterns. So I decided, how can I use these quilts and for display? So I just flipped them on the wrong side and folded them, and I used that accordion fold that I mentioned. It makes it look like you've got a lot more that way. Did the same thing with the coverlets, but even the back side of so many quilts have such beautiful fabric on them.
Oh, a lot of times the backs are as pretty as the front.
And the stitching is so
Yeah.
interesting and
Yeah.
detailed. And so I just flipped them on the wrong side and folded them, and it gives a nice primitive look
Okay,
to have.
that's another good idea. And Gail, I like what you did here with this. I think I saw this the other day. You put a little post about adding some, what is that, like?
Just moss, I guess. It's just artificial moss. It comes in a
artificial-
bag at
Yeah.
your craft stores.
Yeah. Oh, that Spanish moss,
Yeah.
I think is what they call it.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that looks good around the candles. Maybe that'd look good on the candles that we're making.
Sure.
Yeah. Now here's our finished candle and how it turned out. And Gail, you did a good job. And here's where I put it in my cabinet with a couple of my redware plates. And I will see you next week in the video of Gail's home tour.